choice. All right, here we are. Andy and I figured out what to do. If you have Linux, it's already there, of course. If you have Visual Studio installed, it's already there. I have Visual Studio at home because I do some C++, ASP programming once in a while. However, with this, not only do we have to install the build tools, we have to install, we went to modify, and we installed the, just a minute, it's getting here. Desktop development with C++. We added that and then clicked install and everything worked perfectly. Now I'm in my Visual Studio Code. When I did cargo build, which compiles it, it built it really fast because it's already been built before. And cargo run runs the project. And there it is. Now the actual file, the executable file, is stored in, is it in here, build? There it is, hello world.exe. That's the actual executable. And where that is, just because that's how C++ and stuff in Visual Studio compiles things. It does a bunch of stuff like that. It has all these extra files, but that is our executable. So Rust is much faster. It's like C++, except it's memory safe and it's a more modern language. As Mike was saying earlier, you can use it for all kinds of things. We have a few little projects we're going to work with. I did include, I may move that out. I did include a couple little tutorials in there, plus building your own program. But then I thought, well, when you're building your own program, you might need a little more information. So when I was looking at the Rust, getting started with Rust, which is like the book right here, learn, get started with Rust. It had a pretty cool little tutorial here, programming a guessing game. This gives you how to handle and get input and output and all kinds of things that the other parts of my tutorials do not do. Then you can program your own little program. So the standard in is a little bit interesting, because you have a standard IO, just like C++. You have a main, you have a print line. Let mutable guess. I'm guessing that's setting up a variable, a new string from the string library. Then you're getting a standard in. You're reading the line into this, and I'm guessing this is something to do with pointers and stuff. I don't know any of that. And you're expecting a line, and if it doesn't expect a line, if it doesn't get what it expects, then it's kind of like, looks to me like this has kind of a built-in exception handling. Because it's expecting something, and if you don't give what it wants, and it's expecting a string, which is everything, then it kind of has built-in exception language. I'm just guessing at this point because I've not done much with this program. But it is, since we've done C++ and Java, it's not too bad. So a variable. Yep. Mute most of the time means mutability. And things can be mutable, and sometimes they can be immutable. Mutable means you can't change it. And in most languages, string is not mutable, but here you can make it mutable. And apparently you can determine which variables are mutable and immutable. Immutable would be like you're setting up a constant. You want it never to change, but is that changing the value that's in it, or is it? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do some little more research.
I think it's like final.
It's like final in C++ or something. That's my guess, because mutable means you can change the value. Immutable means that it's like a constant, it doesn't change. But one of the next things that goes into is all your basic stuff that we need: variables, data types, functions. Then we get down to references and borrowing, and now I'm out of my depth. I'm almost out of my depth with this, but I need to go through this one too. So much of this is explaining what they did earlier. Yep, it's explaining and how to compile it. And then it goes through how to use random number generators. So you have to import a library, just like you would with anything else. You're updating things and importing a library. Anyway, that's enough. we'll find out everything we need to know about Russ this week, and maybe we'll have a little more